At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. We're back for another episode. Just wanted to jump on and talk about some exciting stuff that's going on in the DeFi world. We all seen what's been going on with the centralized world and the debacle over there. So it's nice to see some of the mainstream narrative focusing on decentralization and saying that, you know, it's not a crypto problem. It was more of a human problem. So let's jump into it and check the bubbles. You know, every time we jump on, it seems like we're bleeding and nothing new. What's up, everybody? John May, appreciate it. Lindsay, what's up? Dan Wilson, appreciate you stopping in. So yeah, I got another bloody day. You know, I'm hearing that rumor is that on December 8th, it's gonna be a bad day for crypto. So Thursday, but who knows? You know, they're all rumors. But you know, the economy, things aren't looking good right now on the macro scale. So you know, we're just playing it kind of day by day. Everyone that I'm working with personally with the company is just dollar cost averaging right now. You know, we have people pretty much on 3 to 6 month plans. You know, if things turn around, you know, you caught the bottom and partially the way up. And if we continue to go down, you know, it doesn't crush you. So if you're looking to get into the markets now, just DCA, you know, spread it out over the next 3 months, you know, 6-8 weeks minimum, and just go from there. You know, unloading everything right now, way too risky. But we did have a tweet from Kramer yesterday saying that the crypto time to sell everything. So if we go up against him, you pretty much bat 1,000. But we'll see. You know, I think that we should have a little altcoin run before things get bad. You know, maybe January, February. But I mean, we're in uncharted territories now, you know, with everything that's going on in the mainstream media with Elon and with FTX. You know, it's crazy times we're in, but you know, that's why we stick to the positive stuff here. And Saucerswap for all us Hexicans out here is PulseX on HBAR on Hedera, and I've been following this project since it launched back in August. I was into the pre-sale, and you can still get free coins. You know, the DEX is literally exactly what PulseX is going to look like. I mean, it's the same fork of PancakeSwap. I mean, it's super clean, super fast. And for everyone that's using the PulseX testnet, I mean, it looks identical. You know, you really can't. It's honestly a little bit cleaner, but you know, the speed is there. And you know, we'll talk about the buy and burn. But the thing that I really like about Saucerswap is the staking. And right now, the APY is around 27.5%. Yeah, 27.5%. And the total volume locked is 4.7 million. It's almost half of the supply is now locked up and staked. So Saucerswap has a super strong community. The Discord is they're very transparent. They have their AMAs every week, and they listen to the community. And what's interesting is the kind of junky coins that are on here on the DEX. They did a vote in the Discord, and anything that was kind of suspect, they labeled under here as, they flagged it basically. So it was awesome to see, because you come in here and you look at liquidity, or you don't know what you're doing, and you buy a token that ends up, you can't sell it. It's a honeypot or some kind of rug pull. I really like this because they're at least giving you a heads up. They're giving you the warning that when you come down and you select the tokens, you can come down through the list. They separate them. So almost 20 of the coins on here are now flagged as pretty much dangerous. So I like that. It's transparency. They don't want to see their users wrecked, which in crypto is unfortunately a rare thing. You just see it all across the board. People will just greed, 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 greed. And the few projects that aren't all about greed, that are community driven, that's why Hex is going to be around forever. People might hate Richard Hart looking like a clown and acting the way he is, but you know what? He's getting attention. And when people see the power of the T-share, you understand it, it's something that I couldn't pass up on. And the code is the code. Hex is never going anywhere. We're in the middle of a bear market, and the amount of stakers is just doing this. I think we hit like almost 130,000 or something like that, and that's incredible. So that growth, the community in Hex that I've been a part of for almost 2 full years now, since almost 2 years since we over 2 years since Denver and in the NYC days. Shout out Nathan. I actually just found my Cheek Swiper NFT the other day digging through stuff. But that same community that Hex has, Saucerswap has that same vibe. And everything they do is in the Discord. And right now, if you don't know about Saucerswap, download Hashpack Wallet. It's a free app. You get your 12 words, and it's basically MetaMask, but just better. It's faster. It's got more features, and you can come down. You send your HBAR in, and you set the trust line for Saucerswap, and then you can hit the faucet 3 times a day and start getting free sauce. I still do it. It's not much, but it's free coin. So in a bear market, instead of looking at how bad things are doing and just being negative, having these little faucets where you can hit and get free coins, it almost like changes your out, or helps get you out of the negativity. And it's really helped for me is finding multiple faucets that I can hit daily and claim free coins. It just helps me get out of the negativity. So, and Saucerswap, that's what I was saying. The market cap is almost 10 million, and there's almost 5 locked up. So almost half the supply is now staked. So compare that to Hex, where 10% of the stake of the wallets are staked around there. So I think just we're so early for Saucerswap. I mean, they have the first movers advantage, and this coin, they were honest when they launched. There was no massive pump when it came out. I think it was about $0.015 is what you paid in the pre-sale, and it launched and went to 5 cents around there. So you made basically a double up, and then it retraced. It bottomed out around 2 cents, and I think the floor is in for Saucerswap. I mean, obviously anything can happen. It's not financial advice. We do this all day, every day, but don't listen to me, and do your own research. But I mean, this is just hilarious on CoinGecko. The trading volume is 1166. Interesting. Which is so far from actual reality. When you come and look at the actual analytics of Saucerswap, you could see the volume in the last 24 hours is well over $200,000. So don't trust these these ranking sites. Obviously they're easy to use when you have a new coin or something, you want to add it to your wallet or whatever. It's great, but the actual information, the thing that they're supposed to be good at, they're horrible at. So you be careful with that. Hold on one second. Sorry, my background is going crazy here. There we go. That's a little better. But yeah, so Saucerswap, man, I'm telling you, I think it's bottomed out. It's down about 50% from its all-time high of around 5 cents. And yeah, this is not right. They're saying the all-time highs was a couple days ago. But do your own research. And so I like to compare it to PulseX for a couple reasons. And one of the main reasons is with PulseX, we have the buy and burn, right? So instead of the staking rewards, which I believe we're going to be able to delegate and stake our PulseX, but the rewards are going to be nowhere near, right now, 27% here. It's obviously going to drop as time goes on, but honestly, so everybody flooded in over the last couple of days. So I think this is going to stay in the 20s for a while. I could be wrong, but I hope I'm not. And every day you collect your interest. How it works is you get X sauce, and then it's worth 1.002 sauce. So the actual amount you have in my wallet is so you say I have 28,327, and in here I have 390. So I made like 65 in interest or whatever in a day and a half. So it's not bad at all. John May, 2 years ago, I sent a decent bag of XDC to their DeFi wallet. It's stuck there forever. Do you think Coinbase will ever support XDC? So did you send it to Coinbase wallet, or did you send it to actual Coinbase, the exchange? Because they're DeFi wallet. So if you take the 12 words, your seed phrase for that wallet there, and put it into MetaMask, they now support XDC. So you might be able to put it into MetaMask and then switch your network from ETH to Zinfin. Or no, you have to add it. You have to add XDC in there, and then that should work. Yeah, if it's Coinbase wallet, take your seed phrase and put it into MetaMask, and it'll pop up, and then switch networks to Zinfin, and then go to the Etherscan for it and check. It will probably be in there. I'm guessing you're just on the wrong network. So when you sent it, your address is the same. So my XDC address it's my ledger address with XDC in front of it. So you can send, if the send went through, I'm guessing it's in your wallet, and check that out. Put your seed phrase in there and switch the network to Zinfin, and it might work. That's the only way I know of, brother. That can help you there. No problem, buddy. All right. Oh yeah. So another thing. Oh yeah, that's right. So PulseX is going to have the buy and burn, right? Where we're going to make a decent amount of money, or hopefully a decent amount of rewards, and it's incentive, for people to hold it and not dump it. So what Saucerswap is doing is, the staking is going to be massively higher than PulseX. But once you stake your X sauce, which is the reward token, you can provide liquidity and then earn actual tokens to the pool that you're providing liquidity to. So you're basically earning more rewards, but you can choose which rewards you want. I mean, obviously it's risky, and permanent loss is obviously in effect there. But, if you know what you're doing, I personally don't. I've gotten wrecked every time I've tried to provide liquidity, and I will never do it again. But if it's a cool feature that they have that shows you that they're just trying to do what the community wanted, and they purely are doing what the community wanted, actually, because this was all done off a vote. And then also the Sauceling NFTs, which is how you got the coin. You had to buy the NFTs in the Zeus marketplace, which is Zeus is the home of NFTs on Hedera. They're at 106 million H bar in total volume. When I first jumped on here, I thought this was a scam. I did not talk about this for at least a month until I realized it was actually real, and that these things were not just pump and dumps. And you could see on here the Planck epochs are the NFTs for Saucerswap here. So if you get the whole set, there's 4 of them. You can burn the 4 NFTs, and it gives you a boost on your staking, which is pretty cool. So there are just multiple ways that these guys are trying to incentivize rewards and give back to the community for holding the coin, not dumping it. And obviously it's with these small market cap projects, they're risky as hell, but that's where the biggest gains are. And Hedera is just starting right now with what they're doing and their ledger, all their partnerships across the world. I really think Hedera is gonna do phenomenal in the next bull run, and Saucerswap is where everyone's gonna go to trade the coins. So the same reason why I think PulseX is gonna do amazing, because people are gonna have to swap from everyone that I know that missed the Pulse chain sacrifice is coming in to the PulseX hard so they can swap for Pulse chain. So, just that right there is going to be is massive sell pressure on PulseX, just for those people that missed out on Pulse chain. So that will be an initial dump, I believe, but that's going to, be more trading, more volume, and more coins being burned, which is ultimately, going to drive the price of the coin up. So, Saucerswap, there's an article on Medium. I'll post it in the chat if anybody cares about this. Any of you Hexicans dare to venture out into a different community, Saucerswap is where it's at, in my opinion. DeFi is the future, unless the whole ISO Illuminati list, that's a whole different story, and we're there to make money, period. I'm not a fan of it, but if there's money to be made, it is what it is. But this is a great article. I'm just going through some of the new things Saucerswap is doing, talking about the community votes for everything. And, they're just transparency. It's what I like to see. And they've been transparent since day one. The pre-sale NFTs were a couple $1,000s. And when the coin launched, I think I had 70,000 coins, and it launched at like 4 cents. So it wasn't that much money. It was a 2.5, 3x, and it was a 3 or 4 month wait. So it wasn't a get rich quick. It was done correctly. And there's nothing that I've seen that has drawn one red flag. So I really hope that PulseX and Saucerswap are one alike. I really think that PulseX is going to thrive. Just like I was talking about, people that missed out on the sacrifice for Pulse chain are going to be dumping their PulseX or swapping it for Pulse, which is going to create mass, hopefully some green candles on the charts. But people need to swap. Everyone's getting free airdrops of all their coins, right? So everyone that has altcoins that they don't want, or they want to swap out, again, they're going to be using PulseX, and it's the utility that matters. I saw something phenomenal the other day about Uniswap, and they are now the third, Uniswap.com, the third biggest or the second biggest exchange in the world besides Binance. Which was great to see. All of these centralized players going down. Can't I love it. So Uniswap being number 2 in the world now, that's just the amount of volume. Look at 819 million. I think Binance is maybe a couple billion. So Uniswap is coming for them. Dexes, I think, are going to be critical in the next bull market, and for all the reasons we talked about. And PulseX, if you missed the sacrifice, I'm pretty. I don't know if it's. I think it's Pulse Chain. They're giving free coins. Yeah, hit the like. That's right, John. Appreciate it. And subscribe, pretty please. Yes, we are giving a Ledger Nano away when we hit 1,000 subs. Hopefully that's not in like 3 years when ledgers become obsolete or they get hacked, or Ledger Q comes out. But for now, Nano X's are the one, and we will be giving them away at 1,000 subscribers when the day comes. So like and subscribe and share this out. And if you don't know about Saucerswap, you don't want to buy anything, download the Hashpack wallet, and you need some HBAR to do it. Reach out to me, DM me on Twitter. I'll send you the Hedera you need to set up the trust line or the actual asset in your wallet. I think it costs like 1 or 2 HBAR to add a coin. So I will send that to you, and then you can set up a profile on here, go to the Discord, and start getting coins for free. And it's cool. It's just a way into the ecosystem with no risk. And, it's just, I just see the Hex community so much fighting and arguing, and like, when Pulse. And every time there's an update on testnet, people are just so excited. But it's only a testnet. And, I just hate to see so much energy being focused on bickering and arguing, and when Pulse, when there's so much other exciting stuff going on. There's a lot of other projects out here that have phenomenal communities. They're nowhere near as big as the Hex community. They're not, I would say, as loyal, but they exist. They're there, and they're proud of their communities. I was in one of the NFT spaces earlier this morning on Hedera. It was for the Hedera arcade. I knew nothing about it, and it's basically somewhere you can come in here and play double or nothing with your coins in your wallet. So it's basically just heads or tails, and you could double your coins. And just, that, I know PulsePot is doing something like that for Pulse Chain, and that's needed. That's a massive niche in the market where you can go and just gamble a little bit with some coins in your wallet. You don't have to sign up for anything. And that's where everyone in crypto got in here, because of the degen in you. Most people I talk to found crypto going down a rabbit hole, or something happened to them where they were censored or lost a bank account, and ultimately led them to crypto. So we are kind of the outcasts of the financial space, but that's going to change. We're starting to see now. I'm going to find that tweet of Jim Cramer and what he said about. Here we go. Jim Cramer urges investors to exit crypto. So there we go. If this isn't a warning sign, I mean, look at this clown right here. I mean, man, this guy, I don't know how I know how he's still on TV. Look at MicroStrategy up on top. Just got to show how horrible this is. Michael Saylor is a fool. Just wait 3 years. Yeah, right now he looks horrible. If he bought Ethereum, he would be doing way better. We all know that. But compared to other corporations out there, in 2-3 years, he's going to look like a genius. And, the more FUD I see, the more bullish I get. And I was almost waiting for this. You had the Pelosi tracker and people going against her. But Jim Cramer, it's almost been like he's working with somebody to FUD this market. I mean, it's just too coincidental, honestly. But, we'll see. If you want to go behind the scenes with this clown right here, CNBC.com, you're more than welcome. But I want nothing to do with this guy. And honestly, the comments are probably hysterical in here. Can't ever go wrong. Just like when I went long on Bear Stearns with my life savings in 08 when you said they were fine. Man, this guy's horrible. So, I mean, just look around at where we are. What's trending? Hedera NFTs trending. Look at that. What do you know? So, H Suite, that was another pre-sale that I got into. I think I sent in like $50 or something and maybe 2x money on that. So the pre-sales on Hedera, they're not insane like some of these ones that I was in on Binance, like Game Zone and these fake launch pads that were putting out Katana Inu and Meta World, and the games were just all fake. And I knew it, but greed got me. And the seeing how much these coins were going up, I couldn't pass on it. I had to see, all right, I got to get into these pre-sales. I know it. And look at this coin's at a penny. I bought it at $1. And you had to stake 20,000 of them to get into the pre-sales. That's how bad this project was. And I knew it all along. That's the bad thing. And that's what a bull market does to you. That's how delusional it can make you. And the same thing with a bear market. When you see your portfolio bleeding, it can make you do stupid things that you're going to regret in the future. So many bags that I had in the last bull run that were like $50, $60 that just tanked down. And I was sick of looking at them, to be honest with you. I didn't want to look at them anymore. So I just swapped them for ETH or another alt. And looking back on it, it was one of the biggest mistakes I'd ever made. If I had just kept those bags of $50, $60 and they 200x, I mean, that's $10,000. And I had multiple bags. I had Sandbox, I had Decentralized, and I had, was it ByDao or one of those coins? But greed in bull markets just make people and things irrational. And this Game Zone, man, it was the greatest learning experience ever. Is experiencing a rug pull firsthand. Watching the coins that they put out just go to the moon. They would launch and literally do a 10, 15x within an hour. And I was like, how do I get into this? I want to get in. So I finally did it. I staked my 20 grand. And the second I did it, what do you know? There's a 25% end staking or emergency end stake or early end stake penalty. Nowhere on here does it tell you. I didn't see it anywhere. So I put $20,000 on here, and the second I hit stake, the end stake button popped up and withdrawal penalty popped up 25%. So immediately, if I had unstaked, $5,000 down the drain, gone. And it was just, and then, finally I made it to my first pre-sale. I'm excited. All right, I got my allocation. And what do you know? They give you 15% of the allocation up front. So I'm thinking I'm going to get all these coins. And, I put in $100 and they're doing 20Xs. I'm going to get, $2,000 on this pre-sale. No, it worked nothing like that. I got 10% up front, and the slippage on PancakeSwap was so bad that at 8% failed, 10% failed, 12% it went through. So by the time I went from 8 to 12%, those 3 failed transactions cost me almost 4 Binance tokens at the time. And they were worth like $600 a piece. And I think I got 1.4 Binance back for the swap. And if I just set slippage at 12%, which nowhere do they tell you have to set slippage high for this, it cost me almost 2.3. Yeah, it was almost $1,800, like $2,000 that cost me just in slippage on that one pre-sale. And then by the time it made its way to the last one, I had to set it at 40%. So the slippage I remember the coin, it was Katana Inu. There it is. Katana Inu. Good old Kata. Look at this. Look, look at that chart. If it's the identical chart to Game Zone. I mean, all of them did this. And it got so bad at the end where they weren't even pumping. I mean, the coins launched and it was a straight, just train wreck down. And man, it was bad. And by the time my full allocation came with this coin, 3 months later, which was by November. I mean, God, the price was. I didn't want to go back. The price had already fallen down to like 80 cents. So I could, by the time I unstaked, the coin fell from $1. I actually got in at like $1, went up to $1.10, and then fell down to like 89 cents. So I lost almost $1,000 in price appreciation. I wasn't going to wait the full 12 weeks. So I took a 10% hit on the end stake, which was another $2,000. So it was about a $4,000 debacle trying to get into pre-sales, when if I had just sat back and just gone with my gut and said, you know what, this is too good to be true, I know it is, I would have been so much better off. But you know what? It was a learning experience that is priceless, because I see stuff like Saucerswap and what they're doing, and H Suite stuff, these launch pads. And when you see a real project and then you were part of a complete scam, it's just so obvious which ones are the real projects and who's building for the future and who's here for the real technology, who's here to provide utility, not just a money grab. And I love Hedera. I'm super bullish on. What the foundation is doing. If you don't know, HBAR Foundation is a massive fund that you can apply for grants, and all the projects that have launched on here all got funded by the HBAR Foundation, and they're a partner of Saucerswap, so they have to be vetted by multiple projects to even get into the ecosystem. And then once they pass that, there's a vote in the Saucerswap Discord for if you hold the NFTs, which I obviously did because I was in the pre-sale. We get to vote on whether we want that project to be whitelisted or not. So the actual community are the ones that have the say in what projects get listed. And I love that. There's nothing is forced upon you. And that's the future is DAOs and decentralized finance, where the people are making the decisions, not a centralized entity. And with all the nightmare going on with centralized finance, even Gemini, I'm as transparent as it comes. I held my Filecoin in Gemini Earn. It's one of 2 coins besides Kusama where I have on Kraken that I had staked. And what do you know? Gemini Earn was working with Genesis, and they lost. They're down about $900 million right now, and the Earn program is frozen. So it was only like $300, but that was like almost 75 Filecoin in the last bull market when it was like $200 a coin. How much money is that? So, it's soup. You never know when these exchanges are going to go down. And I mean, Gemini, they have held multiple people hostage that I know, multiple clients, and even family members. A family member of mine got her account suspended and then banned because they did not know how to use Authy, the 2-factor. And they were trying to withdraw money. The 2-factor was coming up, and she didn't know how to use it or whatever. After a couple failed transactions, they froze the account. And then after 2 or 3 days of going back and forth, they just shut her account down. And it was insane to see. And now I KYC did everything with them because New York is crazy with their KYC and their regulations. So I thought, Gemini would be safe going through all New York's regulators, but they weren't. And I KYC'd over 2 years ago now. And then I got the credit card this summer, which gives you back 2-3% in crypto when you spend money. So no problem. I sent same thing, full verification for the credit card. They do a background check or credit check, and that was issued in like June or July this summer. And I went to withdraw some Ethereum on there. I put a couple $100 on there just for gas, and I went to withdraw it the other day, and they temporarily froze my account. And I'm going back and forth with Gemini now about suspicious activity. When you can deposit all day long, you can trade and eat the fees all day long, no problem. But you want to withdraw the money that just came out of your bank and cleared your bank? No. We want to see ID. We want to see all this stuff. And I refuse to do it. So I'm going back and forth with them right now. And I'm curious to see where this goes. I mean, I literally went through a full credit and background check for their credit cards. Same company, everyone involved. It's not a different company. It's the same KYC application. And they want me to do it again. And it's just crazy. So don't keep money on exchanges. The only one that honestly I feel safe with is Kraken. And that's because they just got their charter with the Federal Reserve to issue CBDCs. So the fact that Kraken is going to be tied in with the Fed and issuing digital currencies, I think at that point it's too big to fail. And I see institutions up here, which I did not, that was never on there. So institutional clients enjoy fiat and crypto funding options with high monthly limits, including fiat funding in 7 global currencies via multiple international partners. So there's no way they can ban this stuff. I mean, this is an international massive company. They just got their Wyoming charter for a crypto bank. They partnered with the Federal Reserve to issue CBDCs. How are they going to ban these exchanges? I just don't see it. I don't think it's possible. The cat is out of the bag, as they like to say. And I think it's just all FUD. I mean, yeah, we're going to get regulations, of course. Are they going to be what we want? I hope. I really hope BitBoy and, all the Hexicans, RG3, Kinetics, and all the guys that are fighting the legal battle. I really hope that goes well. That's going to benefit all of us in the Hex community. And I really think Richard did his homework in advance, but we look at BitBoy. He pissed off Gary Gensler, talking so much crap about him, and now the SEC is coming after him. And a lot of people are warning him, be careful, be careful, be careful. And he keeps running his mouth. And what do you know? The SEC is coming after him, and hopefully it's good for him. I mean, he's leading a good fight. I mean, it's obviously for clout and clicks and views, but his legislation is what we need, and hopefully that is what comes of this, and his legislation, what he's trying to do, and not the clout he's looking for running around the Bahamas. And now I guess he's flying some charter down there to make a protest, because if you make a big enough protest about a person, the government is forced to arrest the person or something. I don't know if it's true, but we'll see. What happens. It's a crazy world we're living in, but there's always something positive in the crypto markets, and there's always something negative if you choose it. So appreciate the support, Dan. Thanks for stopping by. Aloha viewers and primes on my Strum store. Okay. Appreciate it. Erwin, Legend, John May. All right. You got your wrench. Hell yeah. Piper, appreciate it, my man. Thanks for the support. That's all I got for today. Saucerswap and PulseX, the 2 premier dexes coming. Well, Saucerswap obviously live, staking now live on Hedera. and PulseX will be the premier DEX on Pulse Chain. The buy and burn, the amount of people that missed out on Pulse Chain that are going to need to sacrifice or swap for Pulse, it's going to be massive for rewards, hopefully. So, I think that PulseX is going to be one that rips when we launch, but you never know. It's not financial advice. I'm here talking to the internet, so don't listen to anything I say. Appreciate it, Piper. Appreciate everyone for stopping by, and we will see you on the next one.
At Viber Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Viber Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Viber Finance, we are the future of crypto.